Hi, and welcome along to AFTV. The big game this weekend, of course, after the international break, is Arsenal going to the Etihad to take on Manchester City. And to preview the game, I've got my good mate, Stephen McKerney from Esteemed Kompany. Hi, Steve. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Looking forward to actual football coming back. None of this nonsense, some good stuff coming back. How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. You're not into the England stuff then?
I can never be bothered personally. I don't know. I think it's because everything at the moment it's not really drawing me in. I just want City back. Actual emotional distractions. But I mean,
back in the day, City fans used to like England. Now because we're winning everything, now it's a distraction.
That's football. I think we're just used to a higher quality of football now, so that's probably it. We get used to it.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It changes, doesn't it? Your priority changes as you get older. I don't know why. I mean, personally, it does, but I just want City back. I just miss City. I just miss it.
Yeah, no. It's going to be back with a bang this weekend, and obviously one of the biggest games of the weekend is Arsenal going to the Etihad. We've had a terrible time at the Etihad. The last time we won there was in 2015. We've had a terrible time with Man City in the league. In the FA Cup, we ain't done too bad. And I remember the last time we spoke, just before the FA Cup semi-final, and Arsenal pulled off a great victory in that game. But in the league, it's been a different story. However, it's been a bit mixed fortunes for Manchester City since the start of the season. How have City been playing?
It's been weird, man. It's been weird. I must admit, watching Liverpool United getting battered made me feel an awful lot better about everything, because I was genuinely dreading this international break, and that put a bit of perspective on it. But it's kind of strange, because there's been times where we've looked genuinely very good, but then just not kept it up. Honestly, for the first 20 minutes against Leeds, for example, I thought City were absolutely fantastic. And for the first half an hour against Leicester, we were fantastic. And then for most of the Wolves game, we were really good as well. But then it's almost like something happens and the players just switch off and they can't quite keep it up or whatever. I don't know if it's a fitness thing. I don't know if it's the fact that we did have quite a few injuries early on. The players are coming back now or something like that. I don't know if it's like a preseason, or if it's just most teams just aren't fully ready, so we're going to see this kind of freakish nature. But I mean, it's kind of strange, because we can be brilliant, but then we can also just stop passing the ball around. It's like City can do that City thing where they're pressing really intensely and they're moving the ball around really nicely, but then we can look like the Man City last season that lost so many games in the league. And it's been a bit of proper Jekyll and Hyde kind of side so far. You just genuinely don't know what you're going to get with every minute. But it is early, it's early on. We've only played 3 games so far in the league, and I was just Liverpool getting battered by Villa and United getting battered by Spurs. I mean, that is the perspective I'm trying to hold on to, because it's a mad season. It's going to be even weirder as well. And I've just got a feeling it could be like that for another month or so as well, with teams still trying to find the form and fitness and all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses because we haven't been good enough. I'm just wondering if that's what's causing this weirdness. I mean, Leicester battering us, but then getting battered by West Ham themselves. It's just strange, man. It's absolutely strange. And everything seems to suggest that it's going to be that kind of season. And I'm hoping once City get all the players back, and we had no striker as well for a while now with Aguero and Gabriel Jesus out. I'm hoping that once we get the players back to full fitness and all that kind of stuff, it'll be a different City, but it's been a weird start so far.
Will they be back for the weekend? Aguero in particular?
Aguero in particular is going to be back allegedly. He's been training now for first team for a couple of weeks now, so he didn't go for the international break. So, but Robbie, man, but I think De Bruyne is not going to be involved, genuinely. So that's going to be a big blow for us. But Aguero,
De Bruyne might be out.
Yeah, it looks genuinely likely. He's apparently got a few little niggles. I know everyone always says he won't play and whatever, and he's come back, but he's left Belgium, and there's rumours that City are quite scared about him getting a serious injury, so they're going to kind of put him off for a week or two, just to try and get him back to full fitness properly. So I think De Bruyne won't be playing, which is a big blow. I mean, Aguero is Aguero, so I mean, just having a striker there, as good as Sterling is, he's not clinical through the middle at all compared to Aguero or even Gabriel Jesus, to be honest. I mean, Aguero though, he is a slow starter after an injury, so I'm hoping he's going to be the guy of old, but it's going to be a slightly kind of. It's going to be an interesting team. People like Gundogan will probably be involved, but he's not played a game yet so far, because he was quarantined as well and stuff like that. But I don't know what the lineup's going to be. I mean, at the moment, it's all a bit of a surprise constantly. But I think De Bruyne may be out, and that's just devastating, potentially devastating.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with City, or what everybody seems to be pinpointing, is that you can get at City. The defence has been looking a bit ropey. Now you've gone and made a big signing there. You brought in this Ruben Dias from Benfica, £60 million signing. Is that the area of concern, the defence of Manchester City? As an Arsenal fan, obviously I'm looking at it, but is that the area that is causing you to leak so many goals?
It's one of those things where the answer is kind of yes, but at the same time, it's like a collective thing, if that makes sense. I think Diaz was probably one of the shining lights against Leeds, actually. I know we only drew against Leeds, and there's no shame because Leeds are going to beat some big teams. They are. They were quality football inside. But Diaz was genuinely very good, which I'm really encouraged by. In that game, he was just steady. And I think Ake's actually looked our best defender since he's joined as well, which I was just not expecting that level of performances. But we've definitely strengthened the centre-back thing now. We just need to make sure there's actually some leadership in it. And I think largely City's problem has been there's been no midfield. Like the legs keep disappearing in midfield, and we're having essentially... Like you're having, like, for example, James Maddison when we were playing Leicester, he had all the time in the world just to make a pass. And if you've got someone with the technical qualities, someone like James Maddison or whatever, or Wolves midfielders are doing the same thing, and or even Leeds midfielders to spend time under no pressure to try and pick a pass behind the back four. They're eventually going to make it if there's enough runners, But previous seasons, we would have had like Fernandinho there with, that City did that inverted fullback kind of thing where we've stopped doing that. We haven't got the energy of Fernandinho in midfield anymore. So it's almost like there's just one guy there. He said it used to be two. And it's Rodri. He doesn't really have the dynamism. It's good football, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't have the dynamism. So essentially, you've got all these attacking midfielders and everyone just getting past the midfield, and you've got your attacking midfielders and the forwards and the wingers. It's just essentially an onslaught at them, and it's only so good you can be defensively anyway. If you haven't got any support from the midfield, then you're going to concede chances, and that's what's happened. And it's been really frustrating to watch. I'm hoping a bit of organisation for Diaz now, and the Port's back in the team as well, so that'll be really useful. Walker can be fantastic, or he can make mistakes with the whole team. Just collectively, it's kind of weird. Walker, if everyone else is playing well, he'll play really well. If he can be up and down. Mendy's a little bit of he's a weak link. Can't deny that. He's just not found himself after all the injuries, and we've got no choice but to play because we didn't get back. But it's midfield. Like City really need to kind of shore up that midfield. I'm hoping if De Bruyne is not going to be involved, I wouldn't be surprised if City went for like Gundogan and Fernandinho. Rodri and Rodri alongside one of Fernandinho, Gundogan with Bernardo ahead of him. So we'll go for a lot more of a solid midfield, I reckon, with a lot more kind of defensive capabilities, I guess, compared to the usual one we go for, because defensively we have been a problem.
Yeah, I mean, what about Arsenal then? We beat you. We did beat you in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Mikel Arteta, of course. I remember when he was doing the preview, you were saying, he might know a lot about you guys. Yeah. Which, as it turned out, it did seem like he did know a lot about you guys. What about Arsenal? Could you, especially after that game, do you think that you guys will be a little bit fearful of Arsenal?
Yeah, to be honest. I mean, I in my personal stuff, I tipped Arsenal to finish in the top four because I've just got a feeling like, the football, the organisation, I think it'll be good. And Partey's a hell of a signing as well. Like, genuinely, like, I think he's what you probably thought you were going to get with Torreira, I reckon. Like in terms of he's going to be that absolute bastard in midfield, but a more of a complete package and a high level. So Arsenal, yeah, I mean, Arteta is very much, the apprentice and the master kind of thing. And I've got a feeling he'll be up for getting one over Guardiola. And like, we know if City turn up, and with all due respect to Arsenal, City will turn up and be their very best, but probably better than Arsenal still. But if City aren't the best and Arsenal turn up and are very good, you've got every chance of beating us, because you've got a high quality team who is starting to learn the ways now that Arteta wants you to play. And you got some quality footballers. You got pace as well, wide, and pace is something that City can struggle with. You've got ingenuity. You've got really good creative players. Aubameyang is almost guaranteed to score if he plays against us. It just feels inevitable. I wouldn't be surprised, if you use like someone like Willian's kind of wily in this kind of game as well. Wouldn't be surprised if he'd be useful. Arsenal, I've got an awful lot of time for them. I think you've had a good start to the season so far as well. Obviously, there's no shame in losing against Liverpool until that freak result the other day, which is bizarre. But Liverpool, obviously, Liverpool. But yeah, beat them twice. I beat them penalties already this season, which is weird, isn't it? But yeah, you're one of the better teams in the league. And I do think this will be playing on Guardiola's mind, and if Guardiola gets too much time to think, he knows what he's going to do, man. There'll be some mad shit, probably. He'll probably throw 3 at the back, and then he'll do something crazy anyway. But I am nervous. I'm a little bit nervous about this game. I can't deny that. I feel better if I felt we had a fit Aguero, fully fit Aguero, and a fully fit Kevin De Bruyne. But it's the start of the season, and this could be one of those games where one side absolutely spanks the other, and no one would be surprised, because it could go anyway. It could end up being like 5-4 or something like that. It's going to be to either team. It's going to be a mad game. But Arsenal got no reason to feel inferior at the moment. I'm not even just saying that because I'm on your channel. Genuinely, I genuinely mean it, because you're just a good team going in the right direction with some good players. So
yeah, it's going to be a great game. Give us your prediction, Steve.
At the Etihad, I've always got to back my team, but I have to. Why wouldn't I? But I'm going to go high scoring. I'm going to say 3-2 City, but I would not be surprised if it was the other way around. But I'm saying 3-2 City.
All right. Well, listen, I'll give a prediction, and we're going to be doing something on Steve's channel as well. So I'll save my prediction for that video. But thanks, Steve. As usual, unfortunately, as neither of us will be at the game. But we'll be watching from afar, and hopefully we can have a great game between the two teams. Thanks a lot. This video is supported by Profit Accumulator. Profit Accumulator helps you to earn extra money by doing something called match betting. Match betting isn't gambling. And when you do it properly, and I mean properly, you can't lose. So get involved right now. Click the link in the description and sign up to Profit Accumulator right now.